Good evening. Yours truly, dolphygilpin, coming to you from 1524 La Vista Drive, Decatur, Georgia, United States of America. I'm on the second floor with my CME, Continual Medical Education, differentiated from the CME, Continual Mechanical Engineering Education. This is a compounded now with a matrices education. We are on the Amz5x12 matrix, which is the abbreviation, Amz5x12mipca in the implicit pharmacochemical application mode. Now, particularly here tonight, we are deriving or generating the pharmacochemical formulas and structures for MES solutions. And we've started off here with Augmentin or amoxicillin and clavulanic acid. Augmentin, which is a compound now of amoxicillin and clavulanic acid. As you see, it's amoxicillin plus beta-lactam antibiotic, potassium clavulate, which is a beta-lactamase inhibitor. It's used both in adult and pediatric case. Now, this is the structure generated here from research, and it's the structure now for the Augmentin. Here we have a benzene ring attached here with a hydroxyl group, sort of an amide group there attached to this section here. Oxygen attached to this double bond. Oxygen attached to this double bond. It's cyclic here, 4 sides here in this section here, and this is now pentagon sided with the sulfur attached to this here, and right down here we have oxygen attached to a double bond and hydroxyl group. Augmentin or amoxicillin plus clavulanic acid. Now, this is useful for the treatment of a number of bacterial infections, and in specific, it's used for otitis media, strep throat, pneumonia, cellulitis, urinary tract infections, animal bites, and tuberculosis. Also used in some cases for STDs. I've seen it used for STD. The routes of administration is by mouth or by intravenous route, and as I've stipulated, it's used both in the adult case with tablets or by intravenous injection, and in the pediatric case by suspensions. So we made a small example now of our AUG. Suppose that we represented Augmentin by AUG. This would be the pharmacochemical configuration with 8 digits here. And we'd have 625-00000 as an example, which would be 500 milligrams of amoxicillin to about 125 milligrams of clavulanic acid. Okay, we could go on to differentiate now the precision in these amounts. If these digits are turned into say numbers, then we'd have some approximation there, but or experiment with the AUG and the AUGN and with other Amz5x12mipca as brought about the precision mode, which by research with other pharmacochemical companies, pharmacies and pharmacology research has produced these combination 625 and other combination for the amount to be administered for adult case of bacterial infections. And in the pediatric case, we have it smaller amounts in per 5 milliliters. Now, AGN could have also been, with these pluses here represent digits, could have also been used now or adapted for the Amz5x12mipca configuration. And like I said, we could, there are other combinations, 375, 37.5, and so on, 125, 562.5, and so on. Other combination of Augmentin with the amoxicillin and clavulanic acid combinations. Let's just turn over briefly and see another structural generation now of and for this chemical structure here, we have now pamidronic acid, and we are choosing random chemical structures with no particular sequence to it. This is pamidronic acid, or pamidronate, used to prevent osteoporosis. It has now a molar mass of 233.07 gram per molecule, and its empirical formula C3H11N07P2, which are carbon, three atoms of carbon, 11 atoms of hydrogen, 1 nitrogen, 7 oxygen, and 2 phosphorus. And here we have the chemical structure for it, the amide there, and hydroxyl group here, oxygen double bonded there, and the 2 phosphorus here. The IUPAC name, 3-amino-1-hydroxy propane 1,1-diol bracket bis phosphonic acid. And here we have another version of it with 2 sodium attached, which would be the sodium salt, pamidronic acid, sodium salt, or pamidronic disodium. And here we have the supplier mode, which contains now all the, if you count up all these atoms, you will get this C3H11NO7. You get 11 hydrogen here, 2 hydrogen plus 2, 4, 6, 8, 9, and 2, 11 hydrogen. How much carbon here? 3 carbon, 3 carbon, that is C3, and 2 phosphorus, and 7 oxygen, 3 oxygen here, 4 and 3, 7 oxygen, and 1 phosphorus here, and 1 phosphorus here, make it 2 phosphorus, and 1 nitrogen in this NH2 amide group. And once again, we have C3H11NO, nitrogen, oxygen 7, and phosphorus 2. And this is used now to prevent osteoporosis, as we have said, and it was patented in 1971 and approved in 1987 for medical use. It's administered by the intravenous route, and pamidronic acid has been associated with ocular inflammation, uveitis, and non-specific conjunctivitis. So there we have produced now or generated 2 chemical structure, namely pamidronic acid, and in the reverse we have side, we have Augmentin, which is a component with amoxicillin and clavulanic potassium, which is a broad spectrum antibiotics used for a broad range now of bacterial infection. So we'll stop it here, and then we'll take a break, and we'll be returning with some other pharmacochemical structures derived from our Amz5x12 IPCA, and know their brief uses and applications. So we'll take a break and we'll return.